Look at these hands. They are old, aren't they? They have seen seasons change, markets rise, and empires fall. Today, I want to talk to you about something heavy, something you carry in your chest every morning when you tie your shoes and look in the mirror. You are doing everything right. You wake up early, you go to work, you put your money in that magical account they call a 401k. You watch the numbers go up, you smile, you watch the numbers go down, you panic. But at night, when the house is quiet, you stare at the ceiling and ask yourself, is this it? Is this the grand prize? Let me tell you a story. It was the year 2000, the dot-com bubble. Everyone thought they were a genius. My good friend Arthur was one of them. Arthur was a brilliant man. He sacrificed his 30s for the market. He missed his daughter's piano recitals. He missed his wife's birthdays. Why? Because he was building the ultimate nest egg. He had a portfolio that would make a bank manager weep with joy. Just 5 more years, he used to say. Just 5 more years and I will be free. But the market, my young friend, is a beast with no memory and no mercy. The bubble burst. The screens turned red. Millions of dollars, paper wealth vanished like smoke in a strong wind. But Arthur did not cry over the money. Money comes and goes. Markets recover. No, Arthur cried because he was 45 years old. His portfolio was cut in half, and he realized he had traded his youth for numbers on a screen. He had a midlife crisis, not because he lost his wealth, but because he realized his wealth was never going to save him in the first place. You see, a 401k is a financial tool. It is not a shield against the human condition. It will not hug you when you are lonely. It will not give you a purpose when you wake up feeling empty. I see so many of you running on this treadmill. You think $1 million is a magical threshold. You think that once you hit that number, the anxiety will stop, the sadness will stop, the nagging feeling that you are wasting your life will just magically disappear. But the market does not care about your soul. The market only cares about liquidity, volume, and earnings reports. Let us look at the year 2008, the great financial crisis. I was older then, sitting on my porch watching the news. People were losing their homes. Lehman Brothers collapsed. Fear was the only currency anyone traded in. I watched young men and women in tailored suits carry cardboard boxes out of glass towers. Their identities were tied to their net worth. When their net worth collapsed, they did not know who they were anymore. This is the danger of letting a retirement account be the anchor of your existence. When the storm comes, and the storm always comes, an anchor made of paper will not hold your ship. What is a midlife crisis, really? It is the sudden, terrifying realization of mortality. It is the moment you calculate the years you have left and realize they are fewer than the years you have lived. You panic. You look for something to show for all that time. And if all you have is a 401k statement, you will feel a profound, crushing emptiness. Money is meant to be a vehicle, not a destination. It is meant to buy you freedom, yes, but what good is freedom if you have forgotten how to fly? You are saving for retirement. Good, you should. But do not defer your life. Do not wait until you are 65 to figure out what brings you joy, because at 65 your knees will ache, your energy will fade, and the things you want to do today you might not be able to do tomorrow. I remember a young man who came to me for advice. He was 38, a successful trader. He knew the yield curve inside and out. He understood options, derivatives, the whole complex machine. But he was miserable. His marriage was falling apart. He drank too much. He asked me, "Why am I not happy? I have beaten the market for 5 years straight." I looked at him and said, "You have beaten the market, but you are losing at life. You are treating your time like a commodity to be traded for future returns, but time is the only asset that never pays a dividend once it is spent. The wisdom of the market is simple: buy low, sell high. But the wisdom of life is much harder. It is live now, love now, be present now. Let us talk about compounding interest for a moment. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. It is a beautiful mathematical concept. You put $1 in, it makes a few cents, and then those cents make more sense. Over 30 years, it becomes a mountain. You rely on this for your 401k, you trust the math. But have you ever considered the compounding interest of neglect? Have you ever thought about what happens when you do not invest in your marriage for 5 years, or your relationship with your children, or your own mental health? The neglect compounds too. A missed dinner turns into a distant relationship. A skipped vacation turns into burnout. A forgotten passion turns into a hollow chest. By the time you are 50, the compounding interest of ignoring your soul has created a debt so massive, no financial portfolio can bail you out. That is what a midlife crisis truly is. It is the margin call of your soul. The universe is calling in the debt, and you cannot pay it with stocks or bonds. You can only pay it with time, and time is the one thing you are running out of. Think about the flash crash of 2010. Trillions of dollars wiped out in minutes because algorithms panicked. It was a terrifying display of how fragile the system is. Your life can experience a flash crash too, a sudden illness, a divorce, the loss of a loved one. In those moments, you will not care about your asset allocation. You will care about who is holding your hand. You will care about the memories you built. You will realize that the most precious commodity was never gold or oil or tech stocks. It was today. It was this exact moment. So many people treat life as a waiting room for retirement. They sit on uncomfortable plastic chairs, staring at the clock, waiting for their number to be called so they can finally start enjoying themselves. But the waiting room is the life. The journey is the destination. If you are miserable now, a larger bank account later will just make you a miserable older person with more expensive toys. Toys do not cure a crisis of meaning. When Arthur lost his portfolio in the dot-com crash, it was the best thing that ever happened to him. Yes, it was painful. Yes, he had to work longer. But the illusion was shattered. He realized he could not buy his way out of feeling empty. He started going to his daughter's piano recitals. He took up woodworking. He started cooking dinner with his wife. He became a poorer man on paper, but a much richer man in reality. Do not wait for a market crash to shatter your illusion. Shatter it yourself today. Look at your 401k, acknowledge it, be grateful for it, and then put it in its proper place. It is a tool in the toolbox. It is not the master builder. You are the builder. And you are building a life, not a balance sheet. Find your purpose outside of your profession. Cultivate an identity that has nothing to do with your net worth. It takes courage to do this. It is much easier to just obsess over the numbers because numbers are objective. They go up, you win. They go down, you lose. Life is messy. Love is messy. Finding purpose is messy. There is no chart to track your spiritual growth. There is no quarterly earnings report for your happiness. But that is where the real living happens, in the messy, uncharted territory of the human heart. Your 401k will not hold your hand on your deathbed. Your index funds will not attend your funeral. The dividends you reinvested will not tell stories about how kind you were, how brave you were, how much you loved. Do not let the pursuit of financial security rob you of emotional security. Do not let the fear of running out of money make you forget to spend your time. Yes, the market will have its corrections. There will be bear markets, there will be bull markets. The line will go up and the line will go down. But your life is a straight line. It only goes in one direction, forward. Do not waste the middle of it staring at a ticker tape. When the midlife crisis hits, it is not asking for a financial audit. It is asking for a spiritual audit. It is your soul knocking on the door, asking, are we doing something that matters? If the answer is no, a fully funded 401k will not quiet that knocking. It will only make the silence in your big empty house louder. So what is the lesson here? Diversify. But I do not mean diversify your portfolio with bonds and international equities. I mean diversify your life. Invest in your family, invest in your health, invest in a hobby that makes you lose track of time, build a portfolio of memories, of friendships, of moments where you laughed so hard your stomach hurt. These are the assets that do not depreciate. These are the assets that are immune to inflation. When the market crashes, these are the assets that will keep you rich. You must understand that true wealth is not the ability to stop working. True wealth is the ability to choose what you work on, who you love, and how you spend your afternoon. If you are 35, 40, 45, and you are feeling that creeping dread, that shadow of the midlife crisis, stop looking at your retirement accounts. Look in the mirror, look at your children, look at the sky. Reconnect with the things that do not have a price tag, because I promise you, from the vantage point of an old man who has seen a lot of money made and a lot of money lost, the things that truly matter are entirely free. They always have been. They always will be. Take a deep breath, close the brokerage app, go for a walk, call an old friend, start living the life you are so desperately trying to save for. If you found some peace in my words today, please leave a comment below. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to join our little community here on the porch. Until next time, take care of your heart, my friend. The market can wait.